What's going on, everybody? This is Steve with Press Start News. Back again with a video games monthly box and also pickups. So we'll get to the pickups in a moment. Let's go get into video games monthly. For those that don't know, it's a monthly subscription box. They send you retro video games. You choose the ones you want or the systems you want, and then they send you random games. I'll put the link in the description. So you can choose, if you want to go sign up. Let's open the box. Let's see what we got. This time I'll open it where I can't see. Alright. Bubble wrap. Get rid of that. It's a monthly card they always send to let you know to update your list so they don't send you duplicates. First game. Turok 2 on the N64. It's got a little wear on the cart. Should be a pretty good game though. I played the first one. I haven't played the other two. I got more on that in a little bit. Let's see. Blaster Master on the NES. Remember this game being really good. Kind of hard, but a lot of fun. Alright, so I've got the 4-game box, so I should have 2 more in here. Sonic Spinball on the Genesis. We used to have this years ago. Well, my sisters did. I remember playing quite a bit of it. It's pretty fun. So, should be fun to get back into that one. And last, Pac-Attack on the Super Nintendo. Never played this one, but I love Pac-Man. Almost every variation. So definitely I'd be happy to give this one a try. It's got some little paint kind of looking stuff. I don't know if you can really make that out. There's kind of a lot of light right there. Yeah, you can see it there. So I don't know what that is, but I'll see if I can get that off. Give it a good cleaning. And they always put a little extra in here. Yep. A yo-yo. That's interesting. Video Games Monthly yo-yo. It's got their name on there. So much light. I'm gonna have to do something about that light. Yeah, it's a nice red Video Games Monthly yo-yo. I haven't played with a yo-yo in years, so give that a try. Alright, let me get this stuff out of the way and show you the other stuff. So, really good February. Found a lot more stuff than I usually do. So this one is going to be a lot of stuff. So I'll try to get through it so I don't make the video too long. Last month I mentioned I ordered a couple things off of Amazon, one of which was coming from Japan and it was going to take a while to get here. And it has arrived, and it is, let me get the reflection off, Tobal 2. It's a fighting game for the PlayStation 1. It is complete in the box, manual, and the disc is immaculate. I mean, it's almost like it's never even been played. I love these cases. The Japanese cases are so much better than the American cases. It's got the English title on one side and the Japanese title on the other side. But yeah, I love these cases are so much better. I mean, the manual would be the thing that everybody would take out and lose, and then you don't have the front when you find these games now. And these, it was a separate card from the manual, so that was always so much better. That came. All right, so me and my little kids went out to the a couple flea markets a few weeks ago, and we found a lot of stuff. It was a good day. Ran across one guy, and we got actually probably the most stuff from him out of anybody. So I'll take it out of the case so you can actually see it. My kids actually went through and started digging through a box of Game Boy games. I really wasn't trying to start picking up stuff for Game Boy, but I'm kind of glad they did, because some of the stuff that they found, or that we found it together as we went through it, I kind of reignited me wanting to play my Game Boys that are just basically collecting dust. I've got the original Game Boy Advance and the original Game Boy, still my original systems. So even though I still had my original Game Boy, for some reason I was missing Tetris. So I went ahead and grabbed another copy. I still had the case, but no game. Don't know how that happened. So now it's complete in its case again. Another game that he had, The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. So you could probably see over here on the shelf. You probably can't see, it's a little fuzzy over there. But there's a couple of Spider-Man figures and a Venom. And I love Spider-Man. So got that now. Couple GBA games. This one is Super Monkey Ball Jr. Again, the light is really killing me here. Namco Museum. And my little girl has been watching this on Netflix, and she found this and she had to have it. Winx Club. So it's kind of a RPG made by Konami. It's RPG, kind of almost looks like a Link to the Past, Earthbound type graphics. That actually was kind of surprising how it looked, but I don't think she played it for very long, so I didn't get to really get into it. He had Tetris Attack on Super Nintendo. Got the Turok 2 in the Video Games Monthly box. This guy had Turok 3. So I haven't had a chance to play this yet, so I'll probably start with 2 first. I've played the first one before. And lastly from him, Star Wars Force Unleashed. I've never played, this is on PSP. I've never played the PSP version before. I actually beat this on the Xbox 360. So kind of think I might start looking for like all the Star Wars games. Like if I find a Star Wars game, probably just grab it. But it is complete in the box. Got the manual and everything. So that was all from one guy, and he gave us a pretty good deal on that stuff. So I don't remember the exact cost on a lot of this stuff, so I'm not going to bother to quote anything. But that was one guy. Then we went around, and there was another guy. He had a few things. He had a lot of Game Boy games, but nothing really noteworthy that I felt was really worth getting into. They'd already picked out a few of those already, so I was like, let's save the money for the bigger stuff. Who knows? We may go back and start getting some more Game Boy games, but we'll see. But there was one Game Boy game that I had to have because I don't have it anymore, but now I do. And that's Mario Kart Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance. So, love Mario Kart, so as many Mario Karts as I can get, I will get them. Cruising World on N64. And on Super Nintendo, Super Off-Road the Baja. I used to play the original Super Off-Road in arcades a lot. I never played this one until I got this, and it's quite different. Mode 7 all the way. It's really hard to control because you can't really see everything that's going on. Or you can't see what's coming to you because it hasn't gotten there yet. So it's weird. It's weird. It's definitely nothing like the original, except for that it's off-road and you're driving in trucks. That's literally the only thing that it has in common. But it's an okay game. For what I paid for it, it's okay. We left that flea market and we went over to, actually, I'll jump over to this. My son wanted to go over to Best Buy and pick up Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 on the Xbox One. So he's been doing some live streams with this. They're also on our channel, so check those out. Goes by X-Man. He has live streams every Saturday. And all the videos should be on our channel for you to watch. So we left there. We went over to another flea market that's on our side of town that I know has a few people selling games. They have indoor and outdoor areas. The outdoor area was nothing. By this time in the day, there was, in fact, at the first flea market, I don't know why, there was people trying to pack up when we were getting there. We got there around noon, and it wasn't even raining. It was sunny. It was not hot, but it was comfortable. And a couple people were trying to pack up. I didn't really get that. One guy walked up and he had a stack of NES games, and he was putting his stuff away. And he saw me walk up and he started moving some stuff back. But I've seen this guy before. It's been like 6 months since I went to that flea market, and the guy still has the same copy of Tetris on NES that he's trying to sell for like $10 or something like that, and you're keeping that copy until you come down on that price because he won't budge. But there was another guy. He had big tubs full of games, and my son noticed his van was full of systems, and he was packing everything away because a couple water drops came down. It never even fully rained. It just sprinkled it a little bit, just like a couple of drops on your arm, and that was it. So some potential other things that could have been, but maybe they'll be there next time. But we went over to another flea market, and again, they were packing up over there. So there was not much of anything that was out there. One thing that was noteworthy, though, was this here. Was a Pac-Man all-in-one plug and play. I usually don't get these, but this one piqued my interest because, let's see if I can get it to show you here. Right there, Pac-Man level 256. So what this is it starts you on level 255. 256 is the final level of Pac-Man because the game crashes and it's just garbled text on the screen. But they start you on 255. You've got to beat 255 to get to 256. 255 is insanely hard. The ghosts are relentless. You eat a power pellet, all it does is make the ghosts change directions. They don't turn blue. You can't eat them. So it's difficult. But it's got some other games on here too. This typical Namco Museum type games, Galaga, Rally X, Dig Dug. It's got Super Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Pac-Man Plus. Galaxian you usually don't see on a lot of these. So, it's got a total of 12 games on here. It's pretty cool, and this is what it actually looks like. So, I love this because it's actually kind of designed for you to actually display it. So, this light is killing me. It's so much light. Let me see if I can adjust things here a little bit if we move back. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, this here, you got the joystick. You got some buttons here if for the games that need it, like Dig Dug or Galaga. But it's got a little compartment in the back that you take off, and there's your cord, and it runs on batteries that are in here. Came with batteries. But it's fantastic because you can just sit this on your shelf and it displays real nice. So this is really cool, which is why it's not in the box still. He had two of them. Got it for $5. He had two of them. This was the only one in the box, so I grabbed it just because. But I'll probably just sit the box somewhere. This will be sitting on the shelf. I love how this looks. So from there, that was the only thing that we found outside. So we went inside, and we went to a guy that I'd seen up there before. And I'll get to his stuff in a minute because I want to save that for last for that flea market. But after we left him, I went around the corner to the guy that I've gone to a few times before. And just got a few random common kind of titles. Super Nintendo, NCAA basketball. And I know you're probably thinking, why are you buying sports games? For one thing, out of all sports, basketball is the one I like to play the most. And this particular one, NCAA, was a Super Nintendo game that it utilized Mode 7, but it was probably the first game where you would actually follow the players up and down the court on their level, not that side view that we were used to or live, or even how 2K kind of does, but 2K has the view where you can have it play like this. But this game did it first. So the background is just completely blue, but it was different. So just because it was different, I wanted to grab this one. It's a cheap game too. NBA Hang Time on Super Nintendo. This is kind of the pseudo sequel to NBA Jam. So I have that. RC Pro-Am on the NES. And Track and Field 2 on the NES. So grab those from him. Now, before I went to him, I went to this guy. And paid a little more than I wanted to for some of this stuff. But it's kind of market value, and he still gave me a good deal. Deal was good enough that he asked me not to tell anybody what I paid for it. That's how good it was. So I got Super Mario Kart. Told you, Mario Kart fan. Mario Kart 64 on the N64. Donkey Kong Country, got the first one on Super Nintendo. And what I feel is probably like the best game in my entire collection. You may agree, regardless of whether you know what I got or not. Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo. You never see this game. It's a common game, but it's not commonly found because when you get it, nobody gives it up. So I have a copy now, and I'm not giving it up. So got that one. So a couple more quick things. There is a store called Five Below that's in our area. It's kind of, I think it's a national chain, but basically everything in there is $5 and less. So we went in there and checked it out, and they actually had a few little games in there. It's not anything real noteworthy. A couple Wii games, a couple DS games. Has stuff like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on Wii, stuff nobody really wants. But they had a table of books, and they had actually some really interesting books there. They had the Zelda Triforce Heroes. It was a hardback strategy guide, and they had a couple other ones. And I saw this there and didn't pick it up at the time. And I ended up going to another area, and there was another Five Below there next door. So I stopped in there to go ahead and grab it. And they actually had a StarCraft hardback book in that one. That was pretty interesting. But I went in there for the strategy guide for Batman Arkham Knight. Bought this game off of the Xbox Live Marketplace for pretty cheap for the premium edition with all the DLC. And I realized that might have not been the best decision to install everything at one time, because it integrates the DLC into the actual regular game. So there's so much that's in there, you can get lost really quickly. So I figured it was $4 for this, and you can probably see the price there on the back. It's supposed to be $25. So I figured, why not? That's a pretty good deal. And I finally got my hands on an NES Classic. So I got one of these. It's already been hacked. If you don't know how to do the hacks, just search YouTube. There's plenty of videos telling you how to do it, so you can put more games on there. Really easy. So another day, I went over to my Goodwill, and usually they don't have very much. There's, like I told you last time, there was sometimes a couple Xbox games or PlayStation, maybe GameCube, something like that. This time they had a Pokemon Black version for DS. Doesn't have the manual. And like I said last time, I'm not into Pokemon. But I got it. Somebody might want it. Probably could trade or sell. My son's into Pokemon, but he's already played this game, so he probably won't play that one. He's on to the newer ones. But this, I was actually happier to grab a copy of Blue Dragon on the 360. And it has no manual. It's got this little card in here. I don't know if there was ever actually a manual for this game. But it is a 3-disc game, and they're all in here. And they're all in good condition. Case is not in the best condition. But because it has a deeper tray for the 3-disc, I haven't traded it out for another case. It's got GameStop stickers all over the thing. So, which I hate that they do that, but, you know. More on GameStop in another video. And lastly, I went to another Goodwill at some other point in time, and I ended up grabbing a Wii. I already had a Wii, but my son has taken it and it's been in his room, and he basically doesn't want to give it back. So I said, you know what, you keep that one, I'll find another one. Found this, it was $20 and it was complete. It had, the only things missing was the little door right here over the GameCube ports, but it had the sensor bar, power cord, video cord, it had a nunchuck and a remote. So everything that's supposed to come with this, with the exception of Wii Sports, which I have. Not worried about that. So I thought that was a pretty decent deal. Wasn't on one of those discount days, so that kind of sucked. But got myself a Wii, and it's black. My other one is white. I got that one before they started making them in colors. So got that. And that's pretty much everything that we got here. Make sure, yeah, that's everything. So, that's it for me this month. Make sure you like the video, subscribe. That way you know when we post new videos or when we go live, because we are doing live streams at least once a week. Like I said, my son does his live streams every week. I'll be doing some as well. And we'll probably have some others going on as well. So that way you know when we're going live. Leave a comment below if you have any feedback. If you just want to say hi. You want to make a comment about one of the games, make any suggestions, anything like that. If you want this copy of Pokemon, it is available. So let me know. Just make a shout in the comments, or you can send us a message on facebook.com/PressStartNews. You can also email us at admin@pressstartnews.com. All right, that's going to be it for us this month. Take care. See you next month. Later.